Tonight was one of those ghetto dum-dum nights. So, to sum up what happened, I got home, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make the most of my evening on my Friday night. I'm gonna enjoy some sweet and sour chicken from those little banquet meals. I'm gonna get some candle from nearby and some incense, and I'm just gonna make a nice little night for myself. You wanna know what happened? As I was sitting down, my candle knocked over. And then you want to know what happens when your candle knocks over? Your incense knocks over. Then your incense sets on fire. Then next thing you know, the fucking package to your delicious banquet fucking meal also sets on fire. And then next thing you know, that sets, and then it just had a domino effect where next thing you know, a little bit of my mattress is on fire. Thankfully, everything was fine. I, with my adrenaline, rush into, open up all the windows, rush to the bathroom, fill up a big pail of water, splash that shit on my bedroom. The fire doesn't go out at first. Second splash, it's all done. Everything's fine and dandy and good. You want to know what happens next? This is where it gets stupid. My housemate, for some reason, they did not move for over an hour. Within that hour, I remember I opened up every window in the house, managed to hush almost every single fire alarm. But then I remember I also opened the doors. An upstairs neighbor, what was his name, Paul or something? He was walking his dog and he saw the smoke coming out of my windows. And even some people next door were concerned. And I had to be like, it's fine, it's fine. Like, I had just had a candle knock over and it kind of set my blanket on fire, but it's fine. There's no damage. The only thing I have to do is air out my apartment now, and I can't get the fire alarms to stop. Do you know how to get them to stop? And he was like, oh, I can try. And he just was like, here, let's try to just keep all the windows open. Everything should be good and dandy. Don't worry about it. And I felt bad because it was like, it was like 1 a.m., almost 1:30 at that point. I think it was 1:30. Who cares? All I know is I was like, thank you so much. I went back in my apartment. Housemate still has not remotely came out for the entire duration of the hour. I have no fucking idea why. I don't know if they're back using substances or drugs. Something's up with them. They have a mental condition. Let's just say, like they got a lot wrong with them. Let's just say, like, they were the type of kid that was doing, like, when they were young, which was, like, prehistoric times, they were the type of person to do meth with, alcoholic soda and then attack other kids with hockey sticks for fun. And also, like, they have a long track history where they are a weird, sadistic, borderline, actually, no, and also they have some weird pedophilic shit in their history. Let's just say, beggars can't be choosers. Rent was cheap when I got this place, and I didn't know that shit when I moved in, obviously. But anyway, let's not spill the tea too much. Let's just say, this nigga did not get up whatsoever. Until, like, maybe an hour in, they finally bother to stick their head out of their little window, just kind of because I guess they're like, I hear alarms going off, and they look in the direction of the living room. I stick my head out the living room window, and I just say, oh, don't worry, everything's fine. Like, it's just that, like, a candle knocked over in my bedroom and got one on my blankets and kind of got on my bed, but it's fine. No damage has been occurred, and now I'm just airing out the house and trying to silence these alarms. Now, a normal person would be like, oh, okay, sure. Or even if a person who's pissed off at me because of housing disputes, they could have just been like, oh, I roll, but whatever, Instead, they have no conflict resolution skills, and their brain is fried from all the meth and crack and all the dumb shit they do in their day-to-day life. So you know what happened? I'll put it this way. They waited some time, but as I'm in the kitchen, and as I silence pretty much all the fire alarms, and I'm just working on the last one, and I get it to pretty much be on hush mode, and I'm just trying to see how to disable it, because it just keeps randomly going on and off. This nigga comes out of there with a water bottle, and they do a little huff or whatever. But it's like, at this point, the whole crisis has been averted. There's no fucking issue aside from just airing out the house. And it's gonna take a while, but it was already like 75% aired out at that point. Just a little bit left. I had the fan on, 2 fans on, everything was good. Did not affect them whatsoever, because mind you, this nigga like laid down for an hour and was unaffected and did not have any idea that there were any, like, how do you, I don't know what substances you have to be on where it's 4 fucking alarms going off and you don't move an inch. Like, come on now. No survival skills. Let's just say this nigga gets, like, it's some sort of attitude. So they have their little water bottle, right? They have their little water bottle. And then I'm sitting in front of the sink just trying to tinker with the fire alarm. And they don't say anything to me until they just get close. And they basically swat away. And they just go, move. Like, hard-ass attitude, like, deep-ass voice, like, move. As if they're trying to command me like I'm a slave. Slavery ended like 100 years ago, I think. I'm not good at math. I think it was 100 years ago. So, fuck you. Talk to me with some respect. So I don't move. And I look at them. And they look at me. And you see their little lip quivering. Because you can tell they're deep down afraid of me. But I didn't do anything threatening. I just simply look at them and I smile and I say, would you like to say please? Or would you like me to stay here a little bit longer? And then this nigga decides to start trying to shove me. So they full on try to like football wrestler style like jostle me out of the way from the fucking side. Mind you, this is like a 6'4" white nigga. I don't fucking move because bitch, fuck you. I got the strong shoulder gene from both sides of my family. Also, who the fuck are you? I don't know, nigga. They then tried to come from the other side and do the same shit to try to force me out the way. And I refused to move. Because I thought to myself, this is stupid and immature. What are they, fucking 12? You wanna know what this nigga did? Mind you, this nigga's like more than twice my age at this point. Old as fuck. They physically take their hand and they go from just trying to shove my shoulder. They realize that's not gonna work. They full on try to mush me. They try to shove and smack the shit out of my face. And me, that doesn't go over very well. So I almost let that, like a part of me wanted to let that shit slide, but another part of my brain was like, nah, fuck that, oh my mama, you got me fucked up. In my head. And let's just say, as they fucking hit me, I was like, ow, what the fuck is wrong with, bitch, you got me fucked up. Fuck who you look like hitting me like that. And then they freeze, because I just struck them twice in the face. Or technically once, but it kind of like ricocheted still. It was pretty quick. I know how to be quick with it. Let's just say, did I also have my phone in my hand? Yeah. Let's just say, when they came back and they were like shook and stuck, like, oh, their nose damn near entirely sideways. So it's like, oh, ooh. And me, I care when I hurt and injure people. Like when my mom attacked me like 5 years ago, in one of my last instances of seeing that ugly driving ass bitch, I still felt bad seeing how fucked up her face was. Like she fucked up mine a little bit too. I still have the scar, but I like Jesus. It was like a cat attacked her. Always good to have long nails in case you never know when you need them. Even against your own family, those who you thought you could trust, but it's okay. Niggas, we gotta pay them dust. Bars, gang, slay. What was I saying? Oh. Yeah. And also, last year when I had to backhand that bitch, I still kind of felt bad about it. I was still like, girl, are you okay? Like, but let's just, like, she had no reason to fight me, though. I'm just saying, like, so anyway, here is my fucking housemate, who's, like, almost a foot taller than me. Some old, well, not old, like, young enough where they still go out to Folsom Street Fair to get fucking fisted, and where they're a fucking creep on Fat Life and shit, like, more like Fent Life. Haha, that's mean. Don't make fun of them being on drugs, I'm sorry. I could make fun of them all I want. They just fucking assaulted me. Why am I trying to be nice? Either way, they fucking assaulted me because they fucking suck. And then but you know, I still felt bad because it's like, oh, this nigga looks like a fucked up Picasso now. His nose is sideways, like crooked, like a fucking oven dial, just like, and it was bleeding and gushing and shit. And I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, is your nose okay? Like, imagine someone being like, bitch, you got me fucked up. Oh, shit. Oh, is your nose okay? Fuck, that looks really bad. And they were like, what, who the fuck do you care? And I was like, still, nigga, damn. I feel, God. Should I call, and I just was like, should I call the cops? Because you did just assault me. Also, I feel like you really need, like, do you need an ambulance? I think you need medical. That's really bad. And they were like, no, I don't need it. I don't give a fuck. No, I don't need it. And I was like, well, I'm gonna call the cops anyway, because you just assaulted me. And so I called the cops, because they assaulted me. And if you're wondering what happened next, honestly, not much. Aside from some antagonistic comments, and them saying how they hate me and want me to move out. Not much. It was one of those evenings where it's like, this did not need to remotely, in any way, end up like this. It was so astro-fucking-nomically stupid that any of this happened. Because if a person had conflict resolution skills, they could have really just been like, oh, okay. Thank God she's okay. And as long as it gets aired out, that's all that matters. Or let me see if I can help them disable the fire alarms. Or simply, please move. Or walking away. Or filling your water in the kitchen sink. Or not trying to shove me the fuck out of the way. Like, if anything, now that I think about it, they are 6'4". They had long arms. They could have easily reached around me. And they still had enough space in the sink where they could have easily just fucking came to the sink, turned the dial and turned the water on. They did that because they wanted to be an antagonistic hoe and fuck around and find out. And you really have to ask yourself, why did a white man, technically non-binary, but whatever, why did a white nigga feel so comfortable trying to attack a black femme, or technically black woman, like underweight, a foot smaller than them, when there was no issue? So yeah. Anyway, I called the cops, and let's just say cops are so useless that the first phone call, she was like, we'll get someone there right away as soon as we possibly can. The second phone call, she was like, do you need medical attention? I said, no, but my housemate might. And they said, your housemate might. And I was like, yeah, I got them pretty good, I gotta admit. Like, in self-defense, though, I promise. And then there was some silence, and she was like, okay, well, I put in another file. The cops should be there eventually, like, as soon as they can. There's a lot of calls tonight. And let's just say I tried to call again, and they gave me that, oh, we're sorry, all the cops are fucking busy, so I don't know what to expect. Anyway. And also, if you hear a faint sound of a fire alarm going off, I tried to it's been several hours. They have not remotely turned off. I tried everything. I tried sticking them in the freezer. I tried resetting them, all that. So now they're just fucking going off endlessly in the local garbage cans. And they were not that loud at first, and they just keep getting louder somehow. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to rummage through the garbage and throw that shit away, because I have to sleep with all my windows open so I don't die of fucking carbon monoxide. And I'm pissed. So yeah.